Today we'll show you yoga practices for the spine, from the lower back all the way up to the neck. Any kind of spinal problem you have, these practices will help. Whatever the reason for your spine issue, do these 12 practices. We'll guide you through all 12 one by one. First, we'll do subtle exercises. Extend both hands forward. Fold the thumb inside and make a fist. This is the first subtle practice. Keep breathing long and deep. That is one practice. Second practice, place fingertips and thumbs on the shoulders and bring elbows forward. Do this slowly and gently. Those with frozen shoulder, cervical pain, or neck pain should start slowly, then move to medium speed after practice. Now, third practice, hold the left elbow with the right hand and vice versa. This is the fourth practice. Press hands toward the head and the head toward the hands, creating gentle pressure. It creates vibration in the neck. Fifth practice. If you have neck pain, bend the neck forward gently. You may rotate slightly slowly. If the neck is fine, you can rotate more. But if there is pain, don't rotate too far forward. Sixth practice, rotate the shoulders. Both hands rest on the knees. And simultaneously make fists. Bring thumbs together. Interlock fingers behind. Inhale and extend the hands forward. Arms open like this. The back becomes straight. But don't join the hands behind. Don't do this behind. Keep the hands forward and elbows straight. This gives great relief in cervical and neck pain. A subtle practice with great benefit. Now we will show Ustrasana on Ardha, Chandra Asana. There are two versions of Ustrasana. Half Ustrasana can be done by everyone. Place both hands on the sides of the waist. Heels may be raised or toes can be kept flat on the floor. This is half Ustrasana. For full Ustrasana, you can reach back with your hands and hold the heels. Take a deep breath and stay for a moment. Or you can bring the hands back slowly. Whichever feels comfortable. After Ustrasana, we wanted to show Ardha Chandra Asana, but while leaning back. The toes open the chair behind. Now lie down on your stomach. We show 4 practices: Makarasana, Bhujangasana, Shalabhasana, and Dhanurasana. Before Makarasana, bend one leg back and straighten it again. It's good for the knees and also for breathing issues. Atma. There are 4 variations of Bhujangasana. If your back hurts, lift slowly. At first, you rise only a little. You won't lift much. Then slowly come back down. After some practice, hold at the top for a moment. Keep your elbows close. Let your ribs relax. Keep both hands on the floor. Chin on the floor, legs behind. Stay as comfortable as you can. Do it slowly. This is the first variation. For the second variation, place your palms under your chin, facing down. When you lift, you may feel pain, so rise only this much. Slowly, gently lift higher and hold this position. On the first day, don't hold for too long. With practice, each pose can be held from half a minute to a minute or two. In special cases, even up to 5 minutes. The third variation is Tiryak Bhujangasana. Spread your legs again. Place your palms by your sides. Chin on the floor. Inhale and lift from the front. Then look back over your right shoulder toward your left foot. This stretches your spine from the waist to the neck. If you have back pain, you'll start with a small movement. With practice, you'll do more. Except for about 1% of people, 99% improve their back with this pose. It's wonderful. Now, the fourth variation. After Bhujangasana, we move to Shalabhasana. Shalabhasana also has 4 steps. First, lift one leg up. Hold as long as you can, then bring it down. Never force any pose. Practice gently and smoothly. Cross and lift like this. This is the second variation. Now place both hands behind your lower back. Inhale and lift from the front. Stay relaxed. Lift from both sides. Bend both legs from behind and inhale as you lift from both sides. Lift only as much as you can and stay relaxed. Never force the body. These 4 steps are done face down. Now for a special back exercise, Markatasana. Place both palms outward, keeping your hands in line with the shoulders. Bend both legs. Markatasana is very important for back pain. Right side, left side, heel to heel. Toe to toe, knee to knee. One knee touches the floor, the other rests near it. Move your legs to one side, then return to the center. Inhale and move your legs to the side. Once they go down, let your breath settle normally. Hold this position for a short while. You can repeat this pose 2 to 5 times or 10 times if needed. Keep space between the knees and toes. This is the second practice of Markatasana. It is very important. For back pain, Bhujangasana and Markatasana are always taught. Whether someone has back pain or not, or any spine issue or not, yoga aims to make a healthy person even healthier. And to help those who are unwell become healthy again. This is the second step. Keep space between the knees and toes. One knee rests on the floor. The other knee stays above the foot and the neck turns the opposite way. Hold your body in this position briefly. This is the second step of Markatasana. The third step is lift your right leg and take it to the left side. If you have back pain, your leg may move only a little. As the pain reduces and your back improves, your fitness and flexibility will also increase. Your leg will move closer to your hand and your neck will turn to the opposite side. Do the same with the other leg. If the pain is strong and the leg doesn't move much, that's still fine. With practice, the leg will move forward, higher and higher, slowly. Then hold the big toe with your fingers like this. The lower leg stays straight. Turn your neck to the opposite side. Each step can be done 2 to 5 times. After Markatasana, we do Ardha Pavanmuktasana, full. Pavanmuktasana is not done because people with back pain should avoid bending forward. So first bend one leg, interlock your fingers. Press the knee toward the chest. In the full pose, the head lifts, but with back pain. Lifting the head is not advised. So do it with one leg first, then with both legs together. Keep the toes pressed down and the heels close to the hips. This is Ardha Pavanmuktasana. Next is Ekpada Uttanasana. Raise one leg up, then bring it down. With back pain, you may lift only a little, 5, 8 or 9 degrees. Lifting up and down is very helpful for back pain. Next is Setubandhasana, also called the shoulder bridge. Bend your legs. After placing your feet, lift the hips gently upward and hold the position for a short while. Then slowly come down. This bridge pose is very useful. For back pain, this is the last pose. Lift the back. So the spine rises from the waist to the neck. Then press it down again. Press fully down. When you raise it, lift the whole back. After all poses, always end with Shavasana. For people with back issues, raise both hands. Rub the palms, feel the warmth and energy, and open and close the eyes. This completes the yoga routine for back care.